Hey guys, welcome back. I am at B&B Theaters about to see Venom: The Last Dance. If you haven't been to B&B Theaters, you got to check it out. It's one of the best theaters in the country, let alone the DFW area. I'm excited to see it. They have so many screens. I'm going to tell you about it after my review. But first, let's go see this movie. I've got high hopes, and I'm a little leery about it too. But let's go check it out. I'll see you after back at the studio. Let's go. So I just got home from seeing this movie, and I want to say thank you to our friends at B&B Theaters for letting me see this movie on the amazing ScreenX experience and for having this amazing Venom collectible popcorn bucket and Venom cup. These are so hard to find right now, and I'm so happy that I got my hands on one. Now let's talk about this movie. Venom: The Last Dance brings back Tom Hardy as Venom for the epic conclusion in the Venom Sony Marvelverse series. It's directed by first-time director Kelly Marcel, writer of all 3 Venom movies, and co-stars Juno Temple, who you may know as Keely Jones from the Ted Lasso series. So Venom and Eddie are on the run for the murder of Detective Mulligan, played again by Stephen Graham. The movie picks up after the events of Spider-Man: No Way Home, or at least the end credit scene of Venom and Eddie on the beach in Mexico. They're sucked back into their own universe, making the whole end credit scene pretty much pointless, maybe. Venom and Eddie decide not to go to San Francisco, but decide to head to New York City so that Venom can see the Statue of Liberty, and so that Eddie can find a way to clear his name of murder and prove his innocence. While this is going on, we are introduced, sort of, to Null, the Dark King, played by Andy Serkis, who is the creator of all symbiote life and who needs a codec inside Venom and Eddie so that he can escape a prison he's in, which, by the way, we never really understand, at least I don't think. I don't understand why he's there or who put him there. It does follow some comic book lore, but I really had to look up who this guy was to really understand the story. Dr. Payne, played by Juno Temple, studies these symbiotes under the famous Area 51, which they are calling Area 55. Area 51 is being demolished, but the work understanding alien life is still going on underground. Chiwetel Ejiofor plays Rex Strickland, who is obsessed with capturing all the symbiotes, including Venom, not to study them, but to pretty much eliminate them. His part really isn't that detailed or in-depth. You don't get a lot of character development with him, which is unfortunate. Eddie and Venom have the codec Null is looking for inside them, and when Venom is fully Venom, it sends a signal to Null and his army and gives Null's army the location of where they are. Sort of like when Frodo puts on the Ring of Power in Lord of the Rings, allowing Sauron to see him. It's pretty much a beacon. I was honestly expecting to hate this movie, but I have to say, even with all of its problems, I pretty much enjoyed it. I mean, no, it's not going to win any awards, obviously, and it's nowhere close to being this amazing Marvel movie, but it had a few things going for it. It's a popcorn movie, and that's okay. Is it going to win any awards? No. Is it going to be for everyone? Probably not. But I like this movie. It was better than the first, better than the second. When you consider that it was made during a writer's strike and an actor's strike, you see its flaws, but you kind of forgive it because of that. I mean, it has a lot of redeeming qualities. Tom Hardy is really great as Eddie and Venom. I'm a fan of Tom Hardy. I think he's always fun to watch, no matter who he plays, even if the movie's not great. But movies like The Bike Riders, also The Dark Knight Rises, of course, and Mad Max, he's just incredible to watch on screen, and I can't picture anyone else playing Venom. This movie had a lot of pretty fun scenes that I wasn't expecting. Venom was a little lighter than in the first 2 films, and he has a few really, really funny scenes with Eddie. The movie feels like a road trip buddy movie, and there's a lot that works with that. I enjoyed Juno Temple. I do wish that she would have been given a little more to work with, but I liked her character for the most part. She's a scientist who studies aliens in the movie, and she's a little quirky. She wears these alien earrings and a Roswell, New Mexico t-shirt like some sort of alien fanatic. And speaking of alien fanatic, Rhys Ifans plays Martin, who is a hippie alien conspiracy guy who takes a road trip with his family to see Area 51 before it's torn down. I enjoyed Ifans' character, who was funny and had a few good scenes. He was endearing and likable, but I couldn't help thinking, why didn't they make him Dr. Connors like they did in Amazing Spider-Man, but in this universe? That feels like a huge missed opportunity. Venom does make a joke about being tired of the multiverse, which is kind of funny, but man, missed opportunity in my opinion. There are times when the CGI is fun and works and the special effects work, and then other times when it doesn't look that great. There are a few things you'll have to look past to enjoy this movie, but it's not like Madam Web or Morpheus. Sony has been pretty terrible at trying to make a Spider-Man universe without Spider-Man. They probably would have made more money selling Spider-Man back to Marvel/Disney than making horrible movies with the remains of the Spider-Verse. They have had success in the Sam Raimi Spider-Man and the Into the Spider-Verse animated movies, but at this point I feel like they just need to stop here. Call Venom The Last Dance a sort of win compared to the other films they've made and call it a day. This Kraven the Hunter movie that's about to hit theaters, it's probably not going to work. The movie did have a lot of heart compared to the first two movies. I felt like Eddie and Venom really cared about each other, and that was really fun to watch. They have this bromance now, in contrast to the two sides always trying to do different things, always opposing one another, like Steve Martin and Lily Tomlin in that movie All of Me, which can be funny, but I personally enjoyed this more. The stuff that really bothered me, well, for some of the writing was a little cliche and cheesy. There are lines like, "Let's finish this," or "Don't worry, I got you." Some of the writing is pretty simple, but again, it's a popcorn flick. We aren't here to think too much. Andy Serkis's character Null is not really explained at all. He keeps his head down the entire film. You see his face finally in the end credits, like they did with Thanos at the end of the Avengers end credits, making me think that he's going to play a bigger character somewhere, somehow. In whose universe, I have no idea. He was a wasted character in this movie, and they could have done so much more. The character in the comic that originated in 2015 has a pretty interesting story, but they didn't choose to expand on it, making his character really confusing and almost irrelevant. Venom The Last Dance works, and then it doesn't work, but all in all, I really enjoyed the movie, and I enjoyed Tom Hardy. It was a somewhat satisfying end to the trilogy. As long as they keep it as the end, Venom fans will love this movie if they love the first two, and I think a few non-fans will enjoy it too. Don't go into this movie with a huge set of expectations. Just enjoy the little surprises that they do give you, and you won't be let down. I'm giving Venom The Last Dance 3 out of 5 stars for some really funny moments, some heartfelt scenes, a lot of fun, mindless action, and of course, Tom Hardy. And if you really want to enjoy this movie, head over to B&B Theaters. I saw Venom at the Red Oak, Texas location, and it did not disappoint. This theater can make a just okay movie into an amazing experience. I saw this movie in the Screen X Theater. That's where the walls around you are screens, and it gives you a more immersive experience because you see more in your peripheral. Man, that's a hard word to say. If that makes sense, it's a 270-degree viewing experience, and it's pretty epic. The sound was also absolutely incredible. This experience is why we go to the movies. This theater has so many screen experiences. You have the grand screen, the Screen X, 4DX, where it actually snows in the theater, a revolutionary high dynamic range theater where the colors are so, well, dynamic. They have a theater for kids with a playground in the theater. This theater will give you the best movie experience that you can have, hands down. They also have so many other things to do. They have bowling and an amazing arcade with some of the best arcades out right now. They have cornhole, they have bocce ball, and they actually have pickleball courts. I mean, are you serious? Yeah, pickleball courts. I mean, it's insane. They also have a few fantastic bars and some of the best looking food that I've seen in a theater. They also have a beautiful patio to hang out at. But one of my favorite things about this theater, you may think this is so stupid, but when you get out of your car, the whole parking lot is pumped with musical scores from all your favorite movies, with speakers all around the parking lot. It's insane. There's nothing like getting out of your car and hearing the Superman theme or the Batman theme. I can't say enough about this theater, and I have to say that it is my favorite theater by far. If you have a B&B theater in your area, please go check it out. You're going to love this experience. So have you seen Venom: The Last Dance? And do you plan to see it? Or have you been to a B&B theater? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe to keep up with all the latest movie reviews. And remember, don't wait till it streams. Let's go to the theater and let's experience it together.